everybody! Welcome back to another episode of Total Party Chaos. It's been a while. We missed you. Everyone here missed you. I missed all these people. It's been a hot second since we all met back up. So, if you're joining us, heck yeah. If you're not joining us, then, do you, man. That sucks. But anyway, I am your Keeper of Chaos. I am Billy Viznon. Tonight, I am joined by our Chaotic Cast. Would you please introduce yourselves and your character, unless you're new tonight, and then you can introduce yours in a little bit. But you still introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob, or JC, whichever you prefer. When I'm not rampaging around as a fire genasi, I am running some Call of Duty World Records over on the YouTube channel JC Productions. And here I will be playing Dante Smokespot, the member, brother, and terror for the Smokespot Empire.
What accent are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just having fun. Don't fool me.
No, it's beautiful. I loved it. Sorry. If you weren't my in-character brother, I wouldn't pick on you, but I have to. I'm Haley. You can find me here on Tails. #save Haley. I'll be playing Ash Smokespite tonight. Dante Smokespite's twin. Excited to get back into TPK.
Yeah, I think I'm next. Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Go, Nat, go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Natalie New. You can find me on TikTok at New to You. As we move away from TikTok, as it'll probably get banned, you can find me on other platforms. I'm most active right now on Instagram, but that'll soon be changing. I play Doll. She is just like this flesh golem amalgamation of monster parts, and she has the personality of Alexis Rose from Schitt's Creek. I don't know if we can plug that. Do we need royalties for that? Anyways.
What are they going to sue us?
They're knocking on our door right now.
Yeah, right? They'll never know. All right.
Hi, howdy, my name's Sabrina, aka BBEG Brina, anywhere you social your media, and I'm going to be playing, a mysterious new character. Whoa!
Spooky.
Hi, everybody. My name is Seth. You can find me on TikTok at Noctopus and Instagram and Threads at Noctopus, and also Blue Sky at Noctopus, because why not just do all of them? I'll also be on Neopets and Zanga and LiveJournal eventually. And I will also be playing a character.
Respect your characters, guys. I am Billy, founder of Tales and created Total Party Chaos, my little baby, my love and joy, and all of this great stuff. Before we get into tonight, I do want to give a solid mention to somebody that I just bought a batch of 8 shirts from, Into the AM, our sponsor for tonight's episode. Into the AM, if you have some money and you want to go save yourself some more money by getting a really nice graphic tee on some really sick clearances, you can use code TAILS, which, hang on, do I have a beautiful little sponsor, BM, and save 10% off your order. But also, they do have fantastic tees. I know I say this almost every single episode. We have so many sponsors we can talk about every episode. I always only pick Into the AM. I'm so sorry, other sponsors, but I love Into the AM. They're so fantastic with all their great stuff. So, please, go buy their shirts. I cannot say it enough. Go buy their stuff. But with all that out of the way, I'm going to give a very quick recap of where we're at. If you want a recap of all of the other events that have previously taken place, please go check out our other episodes. I'm going to give a very quick recap tonight just because we have a lot to get through and a lot of really cool action, a lot of great moments, and hopefully a lot of great roleplay tonight. So, kick it into the recap. I don't have a sick transition this time. That's sad. Alright, well, picking back up where we left off last episode, we did make our journey back to Tarsen Vale. The group ended up breaking their way in after getting through the portal, the veil, that surrounds Tarsen Vale. Ash, Dante, and Doll made their way past some security bots that were kind of outside in the purple sand. Past that, they ended up sneaking their way into the city and getting to where the walls were for the city. I will say, if you watched episode 23, I'm redacting a little bit because I did make a mistake. I didn't get to fully describe the beauty of Tarsen Vale as we're going in tonight. So forget everything you heard last episode and just really think about tonight because it's way better and way prettier and things are so much nicer. But sorry, I'm really selling it tonight. It's been a great time. Anyway, with all that, we are picking up as they are entering the city. We haven't made it through the gates yet, so we'll go through that portion, and then we're going to get through to everybody else. I think that is all I want to cover. If you want to look at quest lines and everything quest related, again, go visit the old episodes. Picking... Oh, wait, no, we got one more thing. One more beautiful thing. I'm so sorry, everybody. If you're living it like I am right now, there's a whole machinery going on. But, with all that being said, pick up your smut books, save your swamps, and it's time for another episode of Total Party Chaos. I don't have a motherfucking transition, so we're gonna do show starter one more. Welcome back, everybody! I'm a menace, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's pick up where we were last time. Give me just a second. Oh no, it's gotta be a little bit of a jam. Not the jam I'm looking for. Jam I'm looking for. Ash, Dante, and Dal. You guys make your way to the city walls. On the outside, it seems like surrounding Tarsen Vale seems like a bricked wall, like a brown bricked wall with two big iron gates that were closed out. On the outside, they're both pivoted open towards you guys, so there is like a slight crack. It looks like people were manning the gates at the time. Now, the two doors that seem to be open towards you haven't been manned in a very long time, based on how it looks right now. Following the path, you guys have free entry in. The road is yours before I take over. It is nighttime, just for everybody at home, everybody playing right now. There is a massive cloud above Tarsen Vale that keeps it ever night right now. The beautiful orange desert sands of Tarsen Vale have been covered with a very fine purple, like amethyst-like sand, with little starry bits all over.
If you dig down in the sand, does it get orange or is it?
It does.
Purple?
It does get orange. Referencing episode 21, I think you guys dug in the sand. There's a little beautiful orange under it.
Thank you for the reminder.
Gotcha. All right.
Did we bring the cart with us? I can't remember.
You left it out. You guys left Argyle.
Yeah,
Cool.
we were
Just
planning on leaving
double-checking my
Argyle
brain.
because Argyle will be in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Billy, as I just made a note of this in my journal, we have seen like digital signs of Joltarion and seen kind of the polarization of like the official politics, that are governing this area, like Tarsen Vale itself, and then Joltarion as kind of like this speaker of the people. Is that right?
You do see, from the last time, when you guys went into the city, you did see all of those. On the outside of the walls, though, you do see ripped up and kind of tattered, like, hollows. Like, almost what looks like to be crystals, kind of metamorphosized into what seems to be a large screen. As you do see a couple of these, like, plastered on the outside of that brick wall that you're staring at right now, on the exit of Tarsen Vale.
I think we needed someone to talk to, right? Like, we're, like, still wanting to talk to Aurea.
Well, I mean, I think if to fully recall and recollect everything, if we are going to be talking to her, we either needed someone's head who we do not have, a certain magical item, which I do not believe we have, or another magical item, which, fuck her, I don't want to give her anything.
Okay.
Yeah, we did none of the things that she needed us to do before we came back.
No.
Yeah.
Why
So
did
maybe-
we come back?
Yes. We came back because Joltarion is here, and we have that button of his,
alright.
and I was
So we just
spying
need to
on
find
him,
his-
and he's
yeah.
further down in this district. So if we
Yeah,
follow
so
this
we need to
road,
get his
we
head.
should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Let's
mean,
keep going then, I think. Let's get his head so then we have a reason to be in the city.
because now the fact that we're in the city, she ain't gonna be too happy to see us since we did
Not
not go
without that
through.
head.
Since we did not go through her avenues.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, so
All right.
what do we got? I'm gonna
We'll
quickly
just keep making our way
about the
forward then. So we
options.
looked at this
Yeah,
brick
let's keep
wall.
moving forward.
What?
Oh, is this brick wall
significant about
stopping us from moving forward? Is this why we've stopped here?
Two massive doors that haven't been tended in a while are open towards you guys. So
Well, let's at least like make sure we ain't being set up to be fucked. So,
Yes. That is a good idea.
I mean, this would be the
And we-
greatest place where I personally would go to smash someone's skull in. So,
Yes.
catch them
I
off
do
guard.
have written down that Joltarion, we believe at this point, Joltarion has the artifact.
yes, that is
Makes sense. That
Yeah.
would make sense.
And if I can distract him long enough to touch the fear crystal, we can distract him and take him down.
Ah, yes, the fear crystal.
I mean, he seemed like another
Hey,
warlord, so the fear crystal would
It
just
sounds
collapse in
made
anyway.
up, but you touched it too.
Hey, do you like nightmares?
Because I can show you yours.
Yeah.
It's my new magic trick.
Beautiful.
Yeah, let's keep going. See if we can find something familiar to that scrying you were doing earlier. Any
Let's,
sort of recent activity?
at the
maybe?
very least, let's try to like go through those gates quietly and
Yes.
perceptively to not get trounced by anything.
Yes.
Do I have anything? I don't have like
Hey.
passive traits.
Just
I
like,
would like to quietly,
Scroll.
yeah, Billy. I would like to because they ain't offering any assistance arcane-wise, so I'm just gonna use my physical body, and delve up to the gates and try to peer around without being seen.
I quickly tap you and give you my resistance spell. So any saving throws, you get to add a d4 to the next minute.
Beautiful.
Okay. As you enter what seems to be from my beautiful little map, the most southern point of the city. Give me one moment.
I'm peering around with eager eyes.
Dante, as you peer around, the city glows like a beautiful beacon under the night sky. You do see a lot of what seems to be arcanic essence and resonance kind of throughout the city, almost like there's small little glows coming from like every little house that you see a little bit off in the distance. It's Moorish spired foundations, so like very like Arabian Nights kind of esque domed tops. There's very big like archways for doors. You see a lot of houses and homes on your left. Ahead of you, you see what seems to be like kind of a bigger building that looks a little closed off. Everything looks like it has futuristic enhancements. Everything has like this Moorish design with touches of like that synth Phelan touch, which synth Phelan is the race you guys ran into. It does have like a futuristic element to almost every one of the buildings that you guys are seeing. You do see like a little bit of circuitry kind of like running through some of these buildings. You do see what seems to be like projections kind of posters and advertisements.
Did this town exist before the portals, or did it look and/or experience life like this before the portals? Like, I feel like if it did, we would have known about it, maybe?
You would have, and it hasn't.
Okay, cool.
Tarsen-
Cool. Just want to make sure how how weirded out we are right now.
Yeah.
It's Tarsen Vale is very different than you.
This town definitely got a
used to.
facelift.
Yeah. This is odd. Let's keep going.
As you guys are staring, one thing does catch your eye. Very tall, the thing that is sprouting what seems to be the veil around Tarsen Vale is a massive central spire that rises directly up, and it looks like a big masterpiece-esque blended of eras, Moorish kind of design, just arced at the top with like a glass, basically looking eye at the top of it. I'm not Eye of Sauron, please God. Let's back up, but it is surrounded by a bigger wall that separates that district where that spire is from where you guys are at in the district you're in right now. You do see it. The tower is like humming with what seems to be kind of like a subtle resonance. Like you almost feel like there's so much arcanic energy coming off of it just by looking at it. It fills you with a little bit of unease, as it's not something you're used to, I guess is the best way I'm going to put it. And then besides that, you do see ahead of you, there are what seems to be citizens kind of like walking in and out of some of these buildings. The majority of the population that you're seeing right now are Synth-Phalan, so synthetic elves. Like as close to Warforged as you could relate, are entering and exiting different buildings. You do see what seems to be kind of a mix as well. There is like a minority of the common races you would find outside in Belisar.
And do they look as disheveled as the rest of the place? Or was that just the outside that looked...
Just the outside. The inside looks it looks upkept. Like a lot of the inside, even though you're in the lower part of the districts right now, it looks like a suburb. Like everything around it right now is just well kept, well maintained.
All right.
Well,
do we feel like it's in our best interest to try to blend in, given the overwhelming Synth-Phalan here?
people are gonna see us one way or the other. Might as well just make it look like we know where we're walking.
Okay. I might cast Polymorph on myself and turn into one, just because I attract a lot of attention. Done. I just look like standard Synth-Phalan woman creature. Brown hair, probably.
It's like they're all bald, the only one with hair.
I totally blend in now.
Yeah.
As Doll, as you blend in with the group, you guys aren't like, nobody's really paying attention to your entrance. Life is kind of going about as it is. I will say, you do notice like a little bit ahead of you, right in front of that big building, there is what seems to be like a hollow that's kind of like held up by like two, like almost like pyres kind of coming off the ground. And in the middle it says new arrivals, and then there's like a arrow that points around the side.
Do we want to identify ourselves do we want to identify ourselves as like new here?
It makes me curious, but I don't think so.
Oh.
We want to.
I don't know, because then it's like a dead giveaway, you know?
Yeah.
Like.
I mean,
I think we want to stick to the shadows and try and find Joltarion as quickly as possible. He's not going to stay in one place, right?
No. I mean, he's pretty bedded down right now. I mean, he's recovering from that injury, so I'd say at the very least we have a couple hours. It'd be weird if he just like took off right now.
I mean, what's going to be the best way for us to sniff him out is the real question.
Well, we have a track. I assume, like, Billy, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I imagine, like, locate creature is kind of like, you have, like, this, like, almost, like, virtual trail that you follow, like, given the direction of someone within the 1,000 feet. Because we did find him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
I would say
Yeah.
right now.
How long? No, it's alright. How long does a spell last?
Like an
An
hour.
hour?
Yeah, so I mean, we shouldn't dilly-dally.
No.
We walk with a purpose.
If you're
Do you know how far?
it is north. Your virtual path is north, but it is like fading.
We got a boogie, people. Let's do
let's
it.
boogie.
I tried to break
pace.
out into a sprint, and my knee disintegrates.
Let's not
Fall.
draw unnecessary
Oh,
attention,
no.
but we can't walk like we
You're
know where we're going, because we do
Yeah.
know where we're going.
Totally. Yeah.
Why does he polymorph into a synth Valen that has a bad knee?
It's still broken. Well, the thing is, I'm still broken. I'm just shaded by this glamour, right?
Oh,
like,
bless your
so it just
heart.
like looks like it.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. That's just
It
like how
only
I
works that way if she intentionally decided to break
I
herself,
thought-
so bless yourself for that.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
We bug.
As you
Well,
book.
We're
Casually.
making our way.
We look like we know where we're going and we know what we're doing, but we don't run to draw attention, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do what you do in the business, yeah. Walk with a purpose.
Yes.
Give me
We have a
one-
head to get.
We probably shouldn't yell that out loud, but yeah.
No, I don't yell it out loud. I say that in my head.
Yeah,
Right
we're
in my
getting ahead.
I write
Yeah.
in my book to you guys.
Please no. I don't know how those things can wink, but you somehow pulled it off.
give me-
They have eyelids.
That sounds like a camera shutter. You need to update those drivers.
Love it.
I love having another
I like
screen. This is the greatest thing of all time.
Ooh.
Welcome to the lower city. This is the map. You guys are the lowest part. This is sorry, not everybody can see it. I would show it to the stream, but I don't have that ability yet. I'll post it. If I go back and edit it one day, I'll put it in there. I got you.
Put it in the Discord.
Yeah, go join our Tales of Initiative Discord. You want a reason to join? Now is a reason to join. You can go see the map in the Total Party Chaos sub-channel right now
Do it.
in 5
Not
seconds. Let me post that little baby.
I already have questions. about
I
this.
have so. I took a lot of the names off there, so everybody
Where
here,
are we?
home, all of my names. You guys are at the lowest point, which is like the most southern point where you see the path starting, and you guys are heading north towards. The path leads to that first gateway that is like on that circle on the right side, which is
Okay.
like it leads to the Lumina Quarter. That you can see.
Okay.
We gotta figure out if we can get past there.
We'll see.
If we can get past there, why couldn't
Yeah,
we
I
get
mean-
past?
Let's have a look. Is it guarded? It's a gate.
As you all head north.
Yes.
You head to the gate. As you guys make your way past, you do pass that abandoned building. You pass that sign that says new arrivals. You pass some of the synth Phelan in the street, just a lot of them having conversations. Normal. Like, doesn't seem anything too offbeat. Like, everybody's just living normal life in Tarsen Vale. You hear a lot of people talking about, like, politics, about the going on of life. The politics of Tarsen Vale, not the politics of everything else going on. I'm so sorry. But as you keep moving forward, you guys make it to the gate. What seems to be like a big iron gate that's just completely sealed off right now. You guys haven't been here or been around long enough to know kind of how it works and how entry is given, but you do see the gate is sealed on both sides and there's no guard standing in front of it.
Oh,
Well.
guard.
Is it? How tall is this? How tall is the wall that separates the two areas?
30 feet.
Well,
Should we try to do a little dispelly spaghetti spell on this and see if it's like blocked by
is it
any
just
magic?
locked? How is it locked? Is it just big bars or or like a big closed door? Like, how can we just open it? I'm gonna try pushing it.
It is one big pane of metal. Like, you don't see a handle. You don't see. There's no keyhole.
Wait.
You can try to push it though if you like.
Is it stone the other directions?
It seems to be like a big pillar of metal on like the right side, a pillar of metal on. It's all metal. Like the entire thing is made out of metal.
And then the wall that goes all the way down this like part that goes all the way around that C shape on the map. That's all metal.
I would say no. I would say it's gilded in metal, but like the inner, like what built it is probably stone.
I guess I'm a little confused. So near the Lumina quarter, I see that shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we're trying to get through? To get out into the wilderness?
See how like you can see in the Lumina quarter there's those two buildings that's like on the inside of the sea? And it's like that's the gate to pass through into the next quarter. And we are stuck at that southern gate.
We're only seeing this part of the quarter. It's not wilderness on the outside.
That's correct.
I broke the map up into 3 pieces because I didn't want to put everything into one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because we can't get through, we can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no seams. There's no holes underneath. Nothing.
It seems like pretty good quality of the city of trade.
Okay.
Rude. Doll, do you have any way to get through stone? Was that something that you could
Yes. I do have mold earth, but not metal.
Yeah, Is the ground dirt?
The ground is like, I'd say, it is like fine cobblestone.
Oh.
Okay. But it's stone.
It is stone.
Can I try to like make a hole underneath? Can I like mold it out big enough for us to crawl under?
And is anyone paying attention to us standing by this closed gate? As I stand guard in front of the
I'll help
digging
you keep
holes.
watch.
I'd say after a couple minutes of seeing like somebody push it, you guys are like kind of like going around and feeling the wall out. You do draw the eyes of like a couple curious and Thalen. Just
we're fine.
They're
talk about politics or something.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my! What is going on with all of these posters around with that gentleman? Tell me, and I'm gonna go intercept them with like, you know, when you grab onto people and start walking them in a direction that's not facing where you want them to look.
I'd say roll. I'm gonna need like a persuasion to like not have them focus on what they're trying to look at right now.
Beautiful. Oh, okay. 27.
They go, are you new here? Yeah, we would love to tell you about our leader if you have some time. The other one goes, it would be fantastic. I mean, we always kind of like to have these big moments with new. Yeah, absolutely. And they kind of take your arm and start like talking to you about their leader and everything going on with him.
Nice. I'll keep them distracted while they work on the hole.
You got 15 minutes, dog.
I'm gonna stretch, and as I stretch, I'm gonna widen the hole. I'm gonna yawn, and I'm gonna spread the dirty part.
Just on the other side where there's no one standing, just this pile of dirt begins to build.
You guys have a mole problem. Wow.
There ain't nothing wrong that's gonna happen with this plan.
Groundhogs.
As you start to like kind of separate what seems to be like a bigger kind of hole, you do see like, I gotta ask, are you separating it enough so like on the other side right now there's starting to be like a hole that's like widening?
So I'm not creating like a hole down, I'm trying to dig almost like a dog would dig a hole under a fence.
Right. So as you're like going, like the hole is starting to form on the other side though, correct?
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. It is. Yeah.
As you start kind of forming it, you hear on the other side like a lot of hurried footsteps as something seems to be like getting, either a lot of things are going on right now or people are kind of just rustling about behind this wall.
Okay. I still make it big enough, and then try to get Ash and Dante's attention to see if they can break away from that awkward conversation.
Yeah, no, I can get away easy peasy. You just get Dante through the wall, and then once I see that you're not there anymore, I'll bail.
Okay.
Is it big enough for
Dante,
me?
go for it. I'll push your butt if you get stuck. Team
Ain't that just
work.
gonna be a whale of a town?
Just don't.
As soon as we get through the other side, Dante's gonna need to go shirt shopping so he can fix his now dirtied white shirt.
I'll just rip it off and find another one. It's fine. And probably hundreds of shirtless Faginasi walking around this fucking city anyway. Just get a grab and
Oh,
pull
boy.
through. Grab the gate and just...
Dante, as you pull yourself through
Ready.
to the other side, you see what stands to be like 12 guards just kind of surrounding the gate, like conversating with each other as they see your head just pop out of the other side of the hole. You see what seems to be two massive stone sphinxes on each side as well. That's really fancy. But there's five synth Phelan guards that start to like approach the hole as they kind of see you poking through already.
I'll push myself back through. Let's go. Just like a mechanic at an auto shop that's rolling back out from underneath the car's doll. This is a bad fucking idea. We need to go. We did not even. It did not
Okay.
even work in the first place.
Okay, I have another idea, and
We need to first.
Oh.
Second idea, I'm sure it's gonna be perfect. First idea, let's fucking leave this spot.
Okay, do you want me to cover up the hole again?
Sure, it's not gonna last very long, I promise. There's like a
Okay.
dozen people who fucking saw us. Let's move.
Cover up the hole. Okay, second idea is sewers.
Alright, first, again, not listening to this spot. There are a dozen fucking people on the other side of that wall who just saw
Yeah.
us. Come on.
Okay. Okay,
I like-
ready.
You say us. I'm still talking with them.
Yep. And
I want to hear
you
about the
get to
leader.
You get to see out of the side of your eye as I am pulling Doll just to disappear, attempt to disappear down an alleyway.
Can we speak to you, Ash, or do you have to initiate the conversation
I
through
have
your
to
book?
initiate the conversation.
Okay.
She can speak to me whenever she wants to. She can get the fill when she needs.
Okay.
She's
I was
busy
gonna
right
ask
now.
her if she could ask them if there was a good way to get through, but that's fine. Sewers it is.
I feel like she's going to ask that. It's okay.
Okay.
She's
Cool.
about to ask. She's finished. When did she find out about the leader?
As he, like, one of them starts to talk to you, he, like, stands in front of you and almost stops you, and he goes, he has done so much to make this place livable for all of us. I mean, the vision,
I'm
the
gonna
true
grab
vision.
his hands. He's making me dizzy. Yes, continue.
The vision that he's put into this city, I mean, we had nothing before this, and now we have a chance to build a home, like build somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm going very deep into this. We didn't really.
You're excited.
It's been miraculous here. It's been like a journey. I don't know how you guys have lived here before this and didn't just live in awe of the things that you've seen in this city. I mean, it's spectacular.
Crazy. I know.
It's safe.
Who am I looking at in front of me? Like, is it Sith Phalans or are they just random?
They are synth Phalans. It is like
Okay.
Yep, it is
Cool.
like a shorter synth Phalan, with kind of some green like pulsing through him as he's.
Yeah. The last time I was here, things were quite a bit different. It's lovely to hear all this good news that you've got. I just want to know why is the wall blocked? That gate over there.
Oh, well, the Heroes Council, they kind of keep secrecy up there because they have a lot of plans that they put together that to keep us safe. They keep us away from all of that kind of, planning, for lack of a better term. It's kind of like a status thing, but it's not a status thing. That sounds messed up. But it's like, no one's like better than anyone here. It's just they kind of like, they live up there because they are
want
safer.
you to not have to worry about it, right?
Right, and worrying. I mean, it's hey, I'll take not worrying about it for a cozy life. So
Of course.
I'll take it.
I get it. Now, if someone needed to tell some important information to the heroes past that wall, how might I get past it?
I mean, I guess it depends on the information. You could either be a guest of the Heroes Council, or you could.
Oh.
Okay. Gee, friend. You could possibly go to the works.
I was a guest. I wouldn't have asked.
That's true. I apologize. They don't pay me to think or really have opinions about a lot of things. So that's a joke. But
Are you
anyway,
okay in there?
I'm great.
That's great.
Sorry, we haven't had a lot of new arrivals, so it's a little different to kind of communicate. I'm communicating a lot, but probably the works. Go to the works.
Go to the works. Anyone I should ask for?
There's usually somebody around there. They're different helpers all the time, but it's kind of a place for when new arrivals get checked in. They usually help them to kind of find their pace. They're usually really busy and a little unorganized, but good people.
Yeah, I heard there was a bit of unrest in the city.
Oh,
What's going on with that?
You
You haven't had people coming up to you in the streets?
I mean, there's some people that have bad opinions of what's going on in the city, but I don't know if I'd say they're correct. I'd say maybe they
No,
just
of course not. Just curious, just seeing how prevalent they are.
yeah. Some people just don't like what I guess Tarsen Vale has to offer, or what Joltarion, our leader,
You do call him Joltarion. I was just curious.
Well, we can call him a lot of things. We used to. You should really go check out some of our history books in the works. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I will go check that out. Will you point me in the direction?
Yeah, absolutely. And he points a little bit ahead and a little bit north. There seems to be kind of like a what seems to be an old mail building that's been retrofitted with like a lot of new technology. As it's kind of, you see like Arcana kind of like on the top that says the works, and the sign is like a little crooked and kind of like flickering a bit. And a lot of the building itself, let me actually give a better description. Hang on, because I have it. You see, as it looks like, a thing that I didn't write down in my notes.
That's right. You can describe it when we all go there
Hell
in
yeah.
a minute.
Got it.
I listen to where he points, but then I go off in a different direction. And as I leave, I want to distract him by being like, "You've been mighty helpful today. That Joltarion would be proud to know that you're sharing such kind words and such appreciation for the place that he's built. If I ever get the pleasure of meeting him, I will let him know what wonderful followers he has." And I'm going to run off in the opposite direction than what he pointed, but towards my party members. Hopefully that my kind words will distract him enough.
Nice to meet you, friend. As you keep going.
Nice. I find my friends. Hi! That didn't work, I'm guessing? Oh no! What's wrong?
We were thinking sewers. What do you think?
There's about a dozen fucking people on the other side of that wall who might be digging out their way to us.
Yeah. Sewers sound like a good idea. Yeah, I spoke to that guy. He's pretty... This whole place seems culty. But that's not new and or different to a lot of places that exist around here. So, interesting. They did mention the works, which has a library with a bunch of information, as well as mentioning something about heroes. Heroes Guild? Was it? Did you say Heroes Guild?
Heroes
Guild of
Council.
Heroes? Heroes Council. The Heroes Council, they're the ones that lock these gates. They apparently do it to keep the people down here unaware of their actions. keep them safe is what they say, but ignorant probably more likely.
Ain't that
Getting
fucking
brainwashed.
special.
Yeah. Wherever you see like a utopia, usually there's some dark origins.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I think let's go and find these sewers.
I mean, we could do sewers. Did you want to go to the library?
It's always somewhere where we could go after we at least work out where Joltarion likes to stay.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know.
I
mean, even if we spend the hour trying to get past this gate and we can't, at least it was an hour spent knowing that Joltarion's past these gates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Even if we don't act on it, it's information we probably need, right? I mean, you do have... We could always rest and relocate and all those bits, but...
Yeah.
Just...
I can locate him again if we need to.
Yeah. What if I just went for a little fly and just looked over, see if I could get a layout of what was going
about
on?
them trying to shoot you out of the sky, Ash.
They might.
There's a lot of people on that other side, including sphinxes.
Can I do innate
pretty damn
abilities
sure those
and
things
spells
fly.
at the same time?
Can you do it?
Really, were those sphinxes real too?
They were stone.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry. They're like gargoyles. They're like massive
It
gargoyles.
sounds like they're actual sphinxes.
We're
Oh,
not
shit,
actual
well,
sphinxes.
I'm not going over there.
That's why you were like, no.
That's half the reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have just gone and tried to kill them, Billy.
Yeah. And I
Good
just
luck.
realized that
I just would have committed
I can make all of us invisible all at once now that I'm more powerful than I was last time. So
That might be
So
kinda
that's
nice. I
fun.
mean, so if we wanted to
Maybe
try
we
the
should
whole
try
under
to
the
do that with the
fence thing
hole.
again, we could do that, and then
could.
Invisible.
But
invisibility.
if they're
I can't-
if they're are they coming through that gate? Are they opening somewhere to come through to try and find us? Because if we could go hide by the side of that gate invisible, we could slip through as they run through.
That's a good fucking idea, Ash.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that.
Let's check.
Gonna
We have so many plans, you guys. We have so many
Yes.
options.
We're so
One
fucking
thing
good at
that
this.
is a million options. Yeah.
We're so good at
Now.
this.
This invisibility lasts for an hour.
If
So-
we don't initiate combat or cast spells, right?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So should I cast it now? Do a quick fly to see if
Not-
I can see them trying to get through the gate, and then we know where they are, and then we run to where they're going to be, if that's going to be a thing, or is it a waste of the spell because we don't know yet? I could fly. It's not stealthily. How dark is it? Is it dark enough that maybe I could stealth fly with my Iron Man rocket boots? No, my fire feet.
We have a lot of questions.
Technically, I added that as flavor. That's not what happens.
You could. It's dark, but you're so unfamiliar with like the technology that they have that you don't know how they're seeing it, like what their vision is like, or how they're like perceiving you flying up in the sky.
That's true. All right. Well,
Okay, should we at least like get close to the gate and see if they run out? We'll wait like 15 minutes. If not, I'll dig the hole back out. It's a cantrip, so I can do that. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then we'll cast invisibility and go in that way.
well, yeah. I mean, actually,
Why don't we
If
try to
you
find
can
a
do it as
spot
a
of the gate
cantrip-
that's like slightly out of the way?
yeah, and maybe cast two holes. One.
A dummy hole and then a
dummy
real hole.
Yes. A dummy hole and then a real hole.
I think we've already done the dummy hole at this point, and we can utilize the time. Let's find a spot against the wall
let's do it.
that's a little out of the way and not
Okay.
within the prying eyes on the edge. Dolly, you start doing that, and then we can just then we can do invisible, squeeze through the hole.
All right, let's do
Fucking-
it. They're not gonna
Got it.
think we're gonna try it again.
They'll never expect the absolute devastation of a second hole
Attempt.
in the wall.
They would never suspect.
Never.
Ever. A
How have we
second hole?
survived this long?
We're
We're fucking good at this.
As the group of you make your way to the
We're
gate,
geniuses, is what we are.
as you,
No one ever thinks about the emotional toll.
We're going on the other side of the gate now.
as you go to make your way to the other side of the gate,
Yes.
we're going to take a soft transition before we get to the other side of the gate. Not that I don't love this plan so far. I'm super with it.
The other characters are sitting in the works, like, why didn't you come to me?
We're like at new
Absolutely
arrivals. We're
avoiding
like,
them the entire time.
They're at new
Yeah,
arrivals.
yeah.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
No,
Probably.
We
But-
quite literally had a sign
No.
with an arrow.
No, good try.
we're going to pick up at a different place. We're going to pick up at a lounge. A beautiful lounge. A lounge called the Gemstone Lounge in the Lumina Quarter. Right now, there's kind of a dark, like atmosphere right now. I'd say the stage is lit up by a lot of different kind of hollows hitting it, different colored hollows almost. It kind of cycles through as you're getting a lot of different colors just hitting at different times. The atmosphere right now is a little bit like crowded in there, as there is kind of the same synth Phelan group that's been in there for a while. All of them kind of have like these plugins into the wall that they kind of have like back down to them, and they all look like their eyes are like super lit up right now as they're all watching this stage. A couple of them sitting in what seems to be a retrofitted bar that they've turned into whatever the synth Phelans kind of need to meet their needs. As everybody's sitting around, the curtains kind of kick open as they go, "Encore! Encore! Encore!" As they're all kind of yelling and chanting. The curtains fade open, and Sabrina, if you'd like to introduce your character to everybody, please.
Yeah. On stage, turning around as if she didn't expect this to happen, even though she knew it was going to. You see a beautiful, pale woman who appears to be an elf as well, but not synthetic. She has light blonde hair that's almost white and these lilac eyes, and her hair is flowing almost as if she's in water as she walks around the stage, grabs her lyre, and starts to play another tune. The tune is soft and alluring, but something in it seems cold, as if she doesn't feel the life in the room. And she looks across the crowd and smiles as she starts to sing. While she watches the crowd interact with her, the energy grows again. The song starts to become more warm and more vibrant, matching the different colors that hit her in the room. And finally, as she winds down her song, she looks at each person in the room in the eyes and plays what seems to be a chord for each of them. Something unique and simple. And as she strums her final tune, she looks at everyone, curtsies, and exits the stage.
Eliana, you have like a feeling of everyone around was kind of just like tranced in the performance you just gave. You didn't see a lot of tears, but you did like almost feel like you encapsulated every person in that place with eyes directly on you. Conversations were cut a little bit more short. Everybody was just quiet in awe of the thing you performed. As you bow out, you walk to the back of the stage, where it's kind of like what seems to be a VIP area that they kind of have designated for people getting ready or getting ready to perform on stage. There does seem to be like a couple different bottles of like different liqueurs kind of lined up alongst the dressing room counter. And there does seem to be like a couple glass cups that are just kind of lined across for people to just kind of take a minute before they end up leaving. And there also does seem to be like costumes kind of hanging up on the right side, all over different genders, different shapes, different everything. And I would say the only other thing that you notice is there does happen to be what seems to be a sealed envelope just kind of waiting on the counter next to the bottles that has your name on it.
Eliana picks up the envelope, goes and changes out of the like black gown that she had on to perform back into her, as if it's more casual, long green dress. And she is buckling her shoulder pieces on that look almost like sculptures, and look far too heavy for her shoulders. She goes back and goes by the bottles and then opens the letter once she's more comfortable, or the envelope.
As you pop it open, break the seal on it, inside it says, Eliana, probably a good show last night, and the night before. And you recognize the handwriting immediately to be Gear, as the Synthalen that's organized all of your shows between you and the VIP guests that you've had in here. Please meet me at the works to collect your payment as per the usual. ... See you soon. Little smiley face on it. The smiley face looks very printed.
Eliana lets out the most stifled chuckle, but it's like coming from her chest. She's trying to keep people from hearing it, but she loves anything to do with Gear, and the fact that he always does little like intricate things at the end of the letters to her, she loves. So she gets all of her things together. She grabs anything that she may have set down before the show, her bag, and she starts to head over to the works.
As you make your way, give me just one moment. As you start making your way down the pathway, on your left, you notice the businesses that kind of align the Lumina Quarter. You know the area you're in right now is where a lot of the most prestigious businesses kind of set up shop. I will post a map for everybody for that portion as well as soon as we get done. But I gotta take names off everything. As you start making your way down the pathway, you notice on your left seems to be a boarded up, like, what seems to be like an ember kind of shop. Like the building is very ember tinted. You see boards kind of all over the front, and you see a big sign outside, like a hollow sign that says out of business. On your right, you see what seems to be like a very beautiful spider-shaped boutique. And as you kind of make your way a little bit more forward, you see a big blue cerulean building that seems to be kind of closing up shop. Seems like they're kind of pushing a lot of customers out as they're passing you. There are a lot of Synthalen, a couple orcs, and even like a human or two are kind of making their way past you back towards their homes on the right side of the Lumina Quarter. As you make your way a little bit more ahead, you pass the sign that says Glacial Exchange, and you make your way down the pathway towards what seems to be the big wall as you head towards the gate that separates you from the lower city.
Are there guards or anything at the gate that will let me through to the lower city to get to the works?
You see 12 Synthalen standing there. At this time, you see 5 of them start making their way towards the gate, like they're going to open it, but they're kind of focused on whatever is happening. Like they're kind of, it's too crowded to see anything lower than that, but they're all focused on like a little point at the bottom of the gate.
Hello, darling. I need to get through.
Miss Eliana, where's, Tall, Big, and Scary?
Oh, Tall, Big, and Scary wasn't at the show today, but I'm here, and I would like to not be here. So if you could open the door for me, that would be lovely. What's going on?
I don't know. A pest problem or something. We haven't really dealt with it in a while, but something. The gates haven't been treated, so they're kind of just taking a look and making sure, nothing's too damaged in the cobblestone.
Understood. She's gonna look around. Does she see the holes? Does she see?
You see one that they're focusing on that is like slowly starting to close up, and they're all just like really. They're uncomfortable. Everybody is staring at it, very uncomfortable right now.
Does Eliana recognize that this is not like an animal-shaped hole? That this is definitely like big enough for a human?
It definitely could be human-sized. A human could get through.
Heard. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Well, if you open the gate for me, I'm sure you can see what's on the other side of that hole, but... If anybody, please?
Well, we could. We actually placed a call to Voltark to see if we could get some backup before we did it, just in case. You never know with the planes nowadays. It could be something bigger.
Oh, well, that's true. It could be, but I don't know. A hole directly under the gate like that? You know what? You're the experts, not me. It probably is just a very large pest.
He makes the guard talking to you kind of like steps a little closer. Ma'am, you're the expert on pests in this plane. We are not the experts on pests in this plane. I can give you a promise on that.
Well, well, I mean, yes, but no, but yes. Yes, but no. Yes.
Okay. Cool. If you want to risk it, we can let you by, but it's going to be brief, and we should still be waiting for Voltark before anything, but we're not going to stop you if you need.
You should wait. That sounds like a great plan. I'm going to go, though, because I need to get paid, or else I cannot afford all of the fancy gowns that I need to have to perform here. So, are you going to let me through? I'll be okay.
Okay.
My word, on my word, I will be okay. I can take care of myself against pests.
And you see the guard shaking his head. Yeah, please be safe, Miss Eliana. We'll let you through immediately. Guys, can you... And they go, aye, as they slowly get to one side and pull the gate slowly as it's like kind of like a sliding door. As like there is a little bit of an opening, but it's very small, and the guards are kind of lined up on the other side.
Eliana peeks her head through to the other side first to make sure that, like, while she was talking all this, she probably can't find anything too big if there is just like a big monster on the other side of the gate. But she is peeking to check, and if she doesn't see anything that looks super dangerous, she'll just walk out. She's not that fearsome.
You see all three of us on top of each other's heads, like...
Oh.
Invisibility! No.
Actually, it is pests. You all should just go get rodent spray. And she walks out on the other side.
Oh. They shut it immediately, like behind you.
No!
Eliana will walk up to the stack of people.
Oh, we've been seen.
Now, I do believe I bought you some time before backup comes, but would you like to tell me why you are digging under the walls of my city?
We go! So...
Eliana just puts her hand and tries to, like, pass her hand through you.
That's right! No! You mean, like, your fingers feel the squish of something cold and meaty and a little too soft. And it's not great.
You know, I have not... You. Oh, okay. You are ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, sure. He didn't get the memo about the voices. I'm sorry.
As ghosts, why would you not just pass through the wall? If I may ask.
Bored.
It's a holy iron gate, of course. That keeps ghosts out. Yeah,
You're a genius.
like witches.
She believes you, I guess.
What?
I did not know that they had such elaborate safekeepings from ghosts. I did not even know if the people behind those walls believed in ghosts. But I am glad that I am protected when I am in there. And how did you get into the city?
I think
Isn't
the bigger
it obvious the
question
first
is,
gate wasn't
can you
an
get
iron?
us? Go
Yeah,
ahead, Bill.
okay. No, Doll's question was more important. He just clasps my invisible hands over Dante's mouth.
What did Doll say? I'm so sorry.
I think the bigger question here is, how can we get past the gate? Can you get us in to where you were?
Yes. We
Yeah.
would like that. We're on a bit of a time crunch. We can
Well,
explain
and-
things if you want to follow us.
And we'll give you ghostly gifts.
Those
Of,
three gifts, I have
wait.
so many.
I have rocks, it's okay.
What? Well, now I'm going southern. What?
It's contagious.
It is
It
so
is
contagious. I can't stop myself.
It happens to everyone. Everyone
Darling,
gets one.
darling, here we go. There's where she lives. I can't. The only reason I can go in is because somebody has granted me permission to go in. Somebody very important has granted me permission to go in. I could try to see if my agent, is that what gear is to me?
That's a good way to look at it.
My agent could get you in. Do you have any ghostly
I
talents?
was more thinking you say you forgot something, try to get through, trip over at the gate. They have to leave it open for a minute while we jump over you. More of a deal.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
darling.
We don't need to
kindly.
ingratiate yourself with your agent and us. That's fine.
Well-
That's too much.
Well, this is partially because I don't know you, and I'm
No.
not willing to risk my livelihood to get you through a gate in which you just tried to
see.
dig a hole under.
That's
As
okay.
ghosts.
We got more holes to dig then.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ghosts do. They dig holes.
Oh wait,
I do
you know
want
the
to
way
tell
to the
you, at
sewers?
least. Do I know? I do not spend time in the sewers personally.
Alright, that's okay.
I do want to.
You
let
don't know the way?
No. It's not something I tend to think about a lot. There's not a lot of people in the sewers. I do just want to warn you. While I definitely 100%, I have no doubt in my mind that you are a group of ghosts digging under this wall. Yes. The guards who are coming as backup may not see it that way.
I turn to Doll and I'm like, Doll, I think we're out of time on the locate spell. We might need to try again tomorrow.
We'll do it again. It's okay. I can cast it again like right now if I need to. So it's
Oh,
Are
okay.
you-
Alright, that's not so bad then. Hi.
Are you new? Did you go to new arrivals first? Have you?
everyone
seems
keeps
like
saying
a
no.
No, we don't follow signs. We know where we need to go. We need to get past this gate.
Well, if you followed signs, then you might be able to get through the gate, darling. I'm just trying to give you options that aren't digging holes
Or sewers.
or sewers. Yes.
Alright, I guess we go to the... Where are you going?
I'm going to the works to
Oh,
meet my
I need to go
agent
there.
here. You need to go to the works. Wonder, I can show you where that is. That I do know where that is. Yes.
Alright, I prefer to go there than new arrivals. I don't like the sound of it. I'm not new.
It's the same place.
Like,
We've been here before.
I also just like aside. it's really funny for Eliana in this moment because she's like, I want to believe that you're ghosts, but the ability to see your soul tells me that you're alive.
You were special.
So she wants to help
That's
you in whatever way.
That's
literally all they
They're
are. There's no body
100%
left.
soul.
She would want to be able to help you guys in whatever way possible right now. She is going to look at you all carefully. And can I insight check you guys?
We're invisible.
We're invisible.
Oh, well, I can sense your aura, I guess. You're talking to me. I know you're there.
We're just 3 owls in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just fucking 3 disembodied voices.
Even with the invisibility, Eliana is scanning over you all, and her eyes land on Doll. And without hesitation, thought, or anything, as soon as she recognizes this, she says, "Your soul is so beautiful, darling. Has anyone ever told you that?"
No, but I knew it all along. Thank you for recognizing that.
Are you gonna eat her soul?
I don't eat.
Don't let her put you in a white covered bag.
No, I'm
Dig holes,
sorry.
Dig holes,
do not. Where are you from? Let's walk and talk. Are you gonna stay invisible?
What kind of person are you to hit on a ghost? That's what
I guess
I'm
remove
I'm not hitting on a ghost. I'm not trying to hit on a ghost. Okay.
Wait, Dante, are we going to new arrivals or are we digging holes still?
I think we're going to the works.
We will go to the works right now.
Okay.
Remove the invisibility once we're far enough away from the wall that it's not suspicious that we were standing there.
Real.
As you guys do that, and you do remove invisibility and then start making your way over, before you guys get to the building, you just hear whoosh, and like a big crash like going through the works as you hear something loud and kind of boisterous just echo throughout the entire makeshift-esque building that used to be a mail room. But before we go into that side, we have a whole nother part of good old Tarsen Vale that we gotta cover. So let's go over and cover that part. Give me just a second. Well, bam. North. In the most northern part of the lower city district that you're in right now, there is a run-down clinic. To be a little bit more clear on the clinic, it seems to be like the remnants of a clinic that's kind of been like boarded up and sealed off. You do see like a lot of metal plates kind of on the outside that seal a lot of the windows. The only thing that is still open are the 2 front doors that are just like 2 push-pull doors. Blue tinted windows are kind of covered by what seems to be like moss and like dirt. It just seems like this building hasn't gotten a lot of use. On the inside, same thing. You see tatters of what's kind of the remnants of an old clinic. But we do focus in a little bit on what seems to be a group of people. A lot of people wearing these steel plates with white pauldrons as they're kind of just like walking through and out and in the building, kind of like focusing on their own thing. But before we focus on those people, we're going to focus on one special person, as there is one person standing kind of off in the corner, assessing. Seth, please take it away and explain your character to everybody.
Yes, so Rotmire, he stands a little over 7 feet tall, and he is just sort of uncomfortable to look at. He is asymmetrical and jagged, and every corner of the charcoal black plates that make up his warforged form it sort of ends in like razor blades or spikes of some kind. It's all very angular and uncomfortable. There is this intense red glow that emits from his empty eye sockets, where there's also some fog that kind of spills down over his face. Despite all of that, I would say the most striking feature about him is this fire that roils in an open stomach cavity that you would see just below his chest. So it's kind of this open hole where this fire that doesn't appear to be originating from any particular source is kind of roaring forth. Mechanically, it doesn't provide any heat or light. I just wanted a fire in my stomach. But yeah, he's sitting or standing and watching with his arms folded.
You see as somebody familiar to you, a Goliath male that has white pauldrons on both sides and a large white tabard with that familiar the familiar like logo that you've been seeing all over on everybody, which is a big swirl with a crack in the middle. As he kind of comes up, big long black beard hanging down, carrying what seems to be kind of a white hilted longsword, and then the shield branding the same sigil. As you recognize him, he's been kind of the caretaker of this building and all of the people inside of it right now, as they've kind of posted up in this little fortress they've kind of built out of this clinic. As he walks up to you, he goes, "Hi, are you, you're kind of freaking me out. What, is there anything going on? Do you want to help with anything right now, or?"
Lieutenant Commander, you ask my help.
I mean, I could use the extra hands around here, so your help, and he kind of lets out a long sigh, your help could be appreciated if you were to be a third party for us.
Very well. What would you have me do?
We do...
I think at this point, he's turned around, he's staring out the window with his arms behind his back.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "We're trying to scout, and we could use anybody that, wants to help us scout." And he kind of is trying to get your attention from the other side, but he's noticing you're just focused out the window. "We need any help right now. We're short-handed ever since the scourge on the outside of the walls, so I hate to ask."
I would be more than happy to assist. Where would you have me go? I turn around to the cape, billowing.
Sorry, your presence is taking my breath away. Anyway, I'd like to tell you that I just need you to go into the city. Don't do anything like you're doing currently, and just go in and try to blend in with the crowd, if that's fine. I just need you to make your way around the city and see if you see anybody standing out, is the best way I'm going to put it.
In Tarsen Vale, Lieutenant Commander, everyone stands out.
Okay, well, let me give you a little bit more of a standing out, kind of skew that vision just a little bit. I need you to find anybody that has what seems to be a different glow than the other synth Phelan you see out there. But we're looking for one. And I can't really describe them, but you should... If we do what we do right, you should be able to see them pretty easily.
Understood. I read you loud and clear, Lieutenant Commander. But my assistance does not come cheap.
The planar vanguard can pay you, but we can't pay you here.
Money! I do not need funding. I need space. Space to work.
How much space would you need, sire?
I turn to him. I do the thing with the cape where I kind of like flourish it behind me. There are many ill people in this ward. I need only enough space that I may see to them.
Look, as long as you're focusing those efforts on trying to help some of our people, our planar vanguard scouts that have been injured outside the walls, you can have all the space you want there, friend. And your cape, too.
Excellent. Then you have my assistance. And I give him a grandiose bow.
Thank you. Alright. Golly almighty. Okay. Great. So, only one job. And again, it is just keeping an eye out for that synth Phelan and reporting back to us if you find them.
Yes. Look for an odd, out-of-place synth Phelan. I understand. And I make my way for the door.
As you start making your way for the door, the only thing that you hear is two. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception, of course. That is a 19. Do your worst.
I was really hoping you were going to say 7. I'm going to be real.
I'm a real big dummy.
As you make your way to the door, you just hear. No, I mean, they're sure that the anger's in the city, like 100% positive. Yeah, if we do what we need to do, we should be good. We can leave here. Oh, thank God. And
I will pause at the door as I'm hearing that, and not to draw suspicion that I'm eavesdropping, I will say without looking behind me, and Lieutenant Commander, do not ever tell me not to be myself. And I'll walk out the door with a confident stride.
Can you please not give away that this is an abandoned... Okay, I'm not...
Stomping away!
Great,
You announcing stomping?
Slow motion cape.
He looks so stressed out. He is just rubbing his bald head, very stressed out right now. As the door is shut behind you. As Rotmire, as you make your way towards the city, you're passing a lot of synth Phelan. Everybody just, I mean, the description he's given you is pretty vague, but everyone that you're passing, they do have like slight tints and slight glows, but nothing out of the ordinary. However, for a moment, as like you're making your way towards the city, you pass what seems to be, let me just get my map out so I'm not incorrect in what I say. You pass what seems to be a couple houses that have been retrofitted, a couple bigger buildings that you don't really have an idea of what's going on inside as you make your way south in the lower city. You seem to pass a couple buildings with kind of more synth Phelan and some elves and orcs kind of walking their ways in and out of these buildings. Again, majority synth Phelan going to and fro. You do see a couple buildings that seem to be a little bit more populated, bigger ones, that again, you haven't really had your focus on, so you haven't checked out beyond just passing by. You do pass an outpost that happens to be kind of centralized in the middle of the district, and you do see a couple synth Phelan guards just kind of chatting amongst themselves. And as you notice them, you hear like what sounds to be just a as a big crash comes from the works, the building that you know everybody that comes, new arrivals basically come to the town and check in at this building. As you hear that, give me 1 second. You hear that crash coming from the works. As you do, for a moment, you see the window that you're standing by. There's a big, bright, flashing light inside the works, and then it fizzles.
Do people look panicked?
Everybody around kind of like turns that way, but it's not. The noise isn't going past just that big like bang. They just assume maybe something's going on inside the works. It's not
About as loud as like a car crash, like
Yeah.
a minor car fender bender kind of thing. Okay. Hand on my shield. I will investigate.
as you make your way. There is. Give me just a second. As you make your way, the only entrance to the works that you can see at the moment is the front. There's a lot of bigger windows, and you can kind of try to peer through, but they are boarded up. It is like a ricketier building. To give you an idea of exactly what it looks like, now that I have the description in front of me, and all of you guys are coming from different directions, it is a former mail sorting center. It is now what seems to be retrofitted in kind of like a base of operations, and almost like a center where everybody can kind of get guidance to where to go in Tarsen Vale, or the new Tarsen Vale. Its sturdy industrial structure retains its retrofitted charm, thanks ChatGPT. But also, on top of that, it does have like what seems to be glowing clocks inside that do have like these like beautiful kind of vibrant glows to them as well, and they're kind of like glowing through the building, like or through the windows. I'm sorry, like you could see them from where you're standing, even through like the little boards. Rotmire, as you start making your way around, you don't really see a lot going on inside. A lot of the boards cover like farther into the building.
Okay. So the sound came from further in.
Yeah.
All right. I will slowly walk towards it, but I'm also going to summon Celestial. Cast a 5th level spell and have it appear next to me as like backup.
Okay. I will say at this point, as you slowly encroach the door, Ash, Dante, Dahl, and Eliana, you guys are slowly making your way to the works as you see what seems to be this bigger hulking person and a celestial making their way to the front door slowly. The group of you kind of all meet, not meet, but you guys are a distance away as they're kind of making their way into the doors.
Invisibility is off us at this point, right?
Yeah.
I took it off and I said, part of my ghost powers, I can give us forms.
Ha!
Am I hearing that?
Yes. I didn't say it that quietly.
Whatever you say, darling. I love that you are able to do that. But there are many people that you can talk to in this city about your experiences as a ghost.
Yes.
And I hope that they can help you well.
I don't like the tone of your voice, so can I please make a persuasion check to make you believe that I believe I'm a ghost?
I would just like to do an insight check to know that
Eliana believes that you believe that you're a ghost.
Oh my god.
That's what I rolled for earlier.
The tone
There-
check.
Eliana
just-
does
okay,
not believe
then
that you are a ghost.
Then I am going to call you out on your attitude. Hey now, if I want to pretend I'm a ghost, you gonna let me pretend I'm a ghost?
Oh, where
Or
are
you
you
gonna
pretending?
have the attitude?
I'm so sorry. Oops. I'm gonna drink it.
No, it's okay. It's contagious.
I'm sorry, darling. I
No,
did not know
you're
that you were pretending that you were an actor. If this is some method acting group that you have going on right now, I am so sorry to rain on your parade. That was very rude
gonna
of me.
Do
I
a little
apologize.
spin, and as I do, I like face you face to face, and I look exactly like you. And I'm like, darling, it's okay, no worries.
The massive metal man is staring at us.
Oh, hello.
Okay, but, like,
Would
can
behoove
Phelan
you to
come
identify yourselves.
Oh, goddamn, that is a hell of a voice.
Oh, no.
And my celestial just like crawls out from behind. It's like a humanoid thing on all fours.
I'm
It's
like
tongue
pushed
out, head
Eliana.
upside down.
Eliana's pushed Eliana in front.
Hello. Do you look vaguely familiar? Do I look vaguely familiar? I'm Eliana de la Luna. I'm here to see gear. What else do you need identification? And Eliana is like rummaging through her bag. Wait. What gives you the right to ask who I am?
I would know who Eliana de la Luna is, right? The illustrious de la Luna.
Yeah,
of
there's
the
a
New
lot of
England de la
rumors going on
Lunas.
around.
Illustrious.
There's a lot of like rumors around town about Eliana. So you would like at least have heard of her. I think.
Yeah, I would agree. And you've heard that Eliana is like a showsman or like a entertainer. So
I have seen your posters.
Oh, did you like them? I posed for quite a while.
Striking. May I ask why you are in the presence of possibly ghosts?
Is this one a part of your method acting?
Have the three of you seen ghosts?
I'm testing to see if that fire is hot or not because I need to know for my book. I'm poking the fire.
It is not. It does not provide heat.
Interesting. That is interesting. And I write more notes and I turn away from the group, still looking like Eliana.
I'll like shuffle in front of her so she like has privacy to write her smut.
It's just notes. I don't write smart in public. It happens in
It's
private.
just, like,
I just
notes.
write.
No, no.
Yeah, this is just inspiration.
Like
Are the four of you responsible for the sound of just now, the commotion?
The sound from inside. Well, we have been outside.
We do happen to be outside.
I have lots of tricks, but that is not one that is in my books personally. But if you would like me to ask gear when I go inside, because all I've wanted to do today is collect my money, is that okay? Can I move past you? I'm sure gear can explain whatever that was. You can come with us as well. The more the
I am here to
merrier.
investigate. It would be in your best interest to stay behind as I approach.
Damn, if that wasn't an attempt at a threat.
was it like a threat or is he trying to protect us?
I don't know.
You know,
but I'm
honestly, it could
into
go either way. I don't know if he knows.
Sidled up beside Dole, just like comparing notes, like this is right, isn't it? Like,
I think so. It's like
Oh
both
my
like
God.
threatening and empowering.
Yes.
Yeah, like
I-
protective, but like
God's-
you don't really know. He's on the edge of the
Apologies.
Write that down.
Would you introduce yourself, please, kind sir?
Of
with the
course. Where
booming
are
voice?
my manners? And I bow. Vilebane. Rotmire Vilebane.
I love that name for
Oh
you.
my
Oh
god.
my god,
Me
she's
too.
going
Now.
to eat you alive.
I'm just gonna have you sign this waiver, please. Just hand this contract that I just pulled from my.
I cannot grab your pen. Like I physically, my finger and my thumb do not
Dummy.
have the dexterity to grab such a small implement.
Oh no, that's okay. Here, and I dip your finger into the ink. And I just tap it on there.
You get a big black smudge.
Beautiful.
Oh, darling, don't sign contracts. You don't. Okay.
And I
Oh.
tuck that away. You can read it
Okay.
if you want. You can have one later. I did write notes on you too. But I feel like you're
okay.
hanging around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't mind
For
her, she's
sure,
getting in her
yes.
own head.
I
enjoy your
have-
company.
Introduced myself, but I have not
Yes.
found the pleasure of your introductions. Miss La Luna, of course, I am aware of who you are. Do you prefer La Luna or just Luna? Or Eliana?
Well, my friends call me Eliana, so you can call me Eliana, dear.
My pleasure.
As long as that was not a threat earlier, then you can call me Miss de la Luna.
He actually looks at you kind of quizzically for a second. No threat here.
Eliana, it is.
I was right. He's confused himself about whether it was a threat or a promise of protection.
Like a mid burn, like not a slow burn, but like I see the potential in this. Yeah, I'm here for it.
And
It's
you
gonna be a-
three.
3-4 book series.
We're three owls in a trench coat, or also known as ghosts.
Ghosts. We're ghosts in this town.
Just
I
me leave
choose
them
to
and it's
believe
better
that.
this way.
I love that. I really appreciate you and your understanding.
Lies are for the weak.
Ew.
They are indeed. They are. This is my synth Phelan friend, and this is my brother.
As soon as you mention Synth Phelan, I immediately try and clock whether or not you have an odd aura about you. Aura?
I stink. If you can smell.
I cannot,
Little guy!
as far as I know.
Just a
This is
ghostly
a match
little
made in
guy.
heaven. He can't smell. She can't feel. It's all beautiful.
No.
My God.
It's great. I probably do. I probably do have a weird aura.
Oh,
That's-
so do I need to investigate that or nothing?
Uncontested. Yeah, you're good.
Cool.
Unless it's not the same weird aura Billy was mentioning, we don't know. She could have copied it.
Vague description. So
It's a
Yeah.
vague description. Do you want to interpret it as a weird aura?
The Synth Phelan will need to come with me at some point, but I do need to investigate this flash.
Am I alright to come? I would like to observe whatever's gonna happen.
You are a free person, are you not?
Yes, that is true. Alright, perfect. Well, I think we need to go in there. 1, to get my friend's paycheck. 2, to find out how to get past the gate. And 3, I guess to investigate the big loud noise that you want to investigate?
Didn't you need something in here from someone?
No,
From the glacial exchange?
There's a library. Wait, what? There's a glacial exchange here?
I don't know. I mixed up my notes, maybe.
I think
Didn't you need to come here for
Eliana
some
saw a
reason?
glacial exchange, but we didn't see a glacial exchange. Do we
You-
know about a glacial
okay.
exchange here?
I will say you all did talk about it, like that there would be one here in
Yeah.
previous episodes,
Oh, okay.
but like not knowing that it is here. So
Yeah.
Oh,
There might be a
Okay.
glacial exchange here.
Yeah,
Pretty
and it's
sure.
not
I guess we don't
guaranteed
know.
that
They got
it
their
works
little
entirely.
tendrils everywhere.
it's true. I find
Water
ice
does nothing
cubes
but
all
leak.
over, all the time.
No. Yeah, but apparently there's history books or research books available at the works, and maybe if we're able to find some sort of assignment to get past the gate, that's how we can get past the gate. Like Eliana here and her performances.
Can you all play instruments?
No.
Never
No.
mind.
I'm great with dice, and I can tell you your deepest fear. I can show it to you too.
We should talk about that sometime. If I
We should.
do stick around.
Yeah, no, I knew you would, and I have already decided that you're gonna stick around. Now I just have to convince tall, cold, and handsome. But he has
Mr.
signed an NDA, which actually means that he works for me now. So that's interesting.
Nice. Good way. Good.
Mr.
And
Rod,
if the sorry.
Mr. Rotmire, after you, if you insist on going first.
If there is to be violence then it would be only proper that I take the lead. And I will step through.
Man, it would be super fucking funny if he goes in, whatever made that flash just fucking crushes him the second he steps through that door.
That's why I have another character ready.
I'm gonna have to include.
my corgi character will just have his time.
I'm gonna have to somehow include sending stones with voice recordings with my books. It doesn't work unless you know the inspiration for the voice. Sorry, guys.
You make your way in. It's been a couple minutes since you guys have heard the crash and the flash went off, and you guys were just discussing outside the building. So as you enter, like, you see this mail sorting room has been kind of repurposed. The ground floor has been changed into what seems to be kind of like a big communal hub. You see is like these mail sorting chutes have been repurposed into like bookshelves, and like you see there's like smaller living quarters inside. You also see like little kind of tables set up to prepare like little meals and kind of like prep kits. You also see there seems to be like a lot of resources, like easily accessible resources, kind of all over the walls. Tools, like easy tools, nothing like crazy, like a hammer, some pliers, stuff like that. And then there's slides. There's tiny little slides inside that go from room to room, because it is a mail sorting chute. Let me just add that to my notes very quickly. There are slides.
My dream!
Like the pipes in Atlantis, like the
All
pressurized.
They need to have some fun too.
Yeah.
Can they hold
Yeah.
your, on average, 6.5 foot bodies? I have no idea. But on average, because I feel like that's like the average of this entire party.
I mean, those
But-
two are definitely sky
It is.
high.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
As you guys enter, you see in the back, like where it seems to be kind of like almost a manager's office, you see standing in the doorway is a pretty tall figure. Give me just 1 second. As you see what seems to be like a large elf, kind of like electric. You like feel like the electric kind of coming off of his face as he's standing there, but you can't see him as he's like facing into the office. He is just standing there like stoic. Like he's just peering into this room. He does have like electric blue circuitry that kind of just goes all the way through his body from front to back, and his hands like glow with what seems to be like pulsing energy as he's just like staring into this room. He also, I will say, the glow, or like the circuitry is like intertwined with each other, almost like a DNA strand going all the way through. As he's standing there, you see him just like peering in, and you hear like a quiet voice on the other side, but you can't see where it's coming from, and you just hear, I don't know what else I can give you. That's all I have. And he goes, lies. I don't know. Eliana, you do recognize the voice as you hear like a very pitched voice, as Voltark.
Voltark, darling, I missed you at my show today.
He is so focused, he doesn't even turn around to your voice, and he's usually talks to you with no problem.
Eliana's going to walk closer to try and diffuse whatever situation is going on right now. She'll place a hand on his shoulder, although Eliana is significantly shorter than him.
What's your armor class?
Oh my god! Not very high! It is
Man,
12.
we're going immediately into this kind of tune, huh?
Remember when I said I was gonna make a new record of who could die the quickest? Billy agreed.
She's just gonna bitch slap you with disintegrate, ain't he?
He
Fucking guts.
Help. But Eliana's so nice.
Niceness adds 5 to your AC, right?
Yeah.
It sure
she's
should.
gonna be nice, and she's gonna
Is
look
someone
really nice
casting a
buried in the
spell,
ground.
Is someone casting a spell at Eliana?
No, it's just a full-on like an arm. As does a 22 hit.
Yes.
As Voltark just cocks back, he like slams back, Eliana, you are going to get hit for about 32 points of damage as he just slaps you back. As he does, he immediately, like,
Fucking rocks.
Eliana! And he just is completely mortified of what he just did.
The hell? I'll go up and heal her.
What was that?
I didn't know it was you behind me.
Will you take a breath with me? She has, like, probably some blood on her face, that she wipes off.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on you at 5th level for 5d8 plus 4. Give
Thank
me
you
one
so
second.
much.
Yeah.
Fragile little guy.
That's so sad! What the hell? Okay, yeah. Continue, and then I'll give you.
You say the word and we'll kill him.
Yeah, I was also about to drop a heal, but if we got that covered, I will take up a position, the shield in front of Eliana, and the Celestials at the side.
I'm just like 20 feet away watching like this.
It's okay, darling. It's okay. How many?
23.
23.
Sorry,
Thank you
it's
so
all
much.
Yeah. I can give you another one if you need.
No,
But
it's okay. I'm at 44 now.
That's wild.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wow!
It's
How? Why would you do that? What is bothering you right now so much that you would hurt somebody just because you don't know who they are? It should not matter if I am me or if I am a stranger walking into here.
Do you know, and just for sake of the audience too, Voltark is like of very little words, doesn't really speak often, but he is speaking more because of what happened. But he looks back at you, Eliana, and he goes, "You know, I would never lay a finger on you, but anybody approaching from behind is always considered a threat."
I'm sorry that I scared you, darling.
Didn't scare me, just ready.
Okay.
Red flag.
Will
Where's
you
the red
back
flag?
away from gear, please?
Yeah.
You look past him, and it isn't gear inside.
Oh, it's not gear.
It is not.
Beautiful.
It's not gear inside.
Oh, well, in that case.
Why did I have to
fucking kill him.
okay.
You do say that though, Eliana, and he goes, "Gear was arrested for traitorous charges."
Ooh.
Gear was? But it's gear. Gear doesn't do anything wrong. Gear is... When you say traitorous charges... I'm sorry, I know that you are probably having a hard day. Can I ask you kindly to whatever you are asking this person for? You take some time to cool off before you come back for it.
He just swiftly turns back and he goes to the person in the room and he goes, "When the evidence is found, you will be placed under arrest and traitorous charges will be placed on yourself as well." And the girl on the ground goes, "Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's fine. Can you please go and cool off like your friend said?"
Who is this guy?
I'm gonna lean over to Ash and just be like, I should never doubt your choice in people. This is gonna be quite funny.
He turns back and looks at you, Eliana, and goes, "The floor is yours, but I will be back."
I understand. Am I, with everything that's going on, still expected? Or am I thought to be a traitor too? You can be honest with me.
I would never think you're a traitor, Eliana.
Thank you. Please leave.
He lets out a sigh as he turns back, and he makes his way through the group of you, and like doesn't like he fucking full shoulder checks everyone that's standing in his way.
I would like to not allow him to shoulder check me. I
Yeah,
would like
me
to
neither.
contest that.
You guys can contest. Everybody can contest a
Hey,
fucking
if
shoulder
he needs to
check.
have a bad,
guys-
if he needs to have a bad
What?
shoulder,
23 points of, or 34 points of damage, please.
34 points of damage is
That's-
nothing to me.
Don't even worry about it, girl. We got it,
I'm
girl.
not letting anybody die ever again. Anyone in the world.
No one?
Nobody's
one
allowed to
died?
die.
Is it an athletics check or just strength, Billy? What
You can do a
want from me?
contested strength. No, we'll do athletics. That's fine.
Athletics? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Arcana.
It's only a 17.
He's gonna have a 26 as he
Okay.
shoulder checks you.
Damn,
past.
son. Good to know.
And he just walks past and goes, weak. And he...
As he turns around and says that, I'm gonna cast Blight on him.
This
Alright!
is the equivalent of shotgunning his head
I'm
off.
also gonna
I'm
cast Hex.
16 con save, which he'll probably get, but it's still happening.
I'm only gonna warn one time, Eliana, you as they go to cast their spells, you do know that Voltark is a very prominent figure in this city. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Do I know that they're not cast spells?
I would say
You're
everybody's
pulling out a
pissed.
12-gauge
You're-
shotgun.
Eliana will turn around and
what?
say, let him calm down. If you want past that wall, you will not get past it if you hurt him.
You can cast!
Why not?
That's all on you guys.
It's
You,
fine.
Eliana will just give you the warning.
That's fine.
I'll look at Dante.
I'm gonna get him later, don't worry.
Okay, we
To
saving it?
solve,
Yeah, we're saving it.
to solve
Well,
a
like-
problem without violence allows you to keep one more card closer to your chest.
Indeed,
That's
poison
very
works so
well.
much better.
I will wait for him to walk out before I state the thought I have to not outwardly let it happen. But as soon as the door shuts, turning to Rotmire and just go, if you think violence is going to be a card that we should hang close to our chests, I think you're playing with the wrong hand.
As soon as...
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Go for
No,
it.
go.
I lost it.
Okay, I'm so sorry. As soon as the door closes, Eliana rushes to whoever was in there being interrogated who sounded so meek, and is going to check on them.
Man, I thought the last time was abusive.
This is bad.
It's gonna be
God.
fun.
Did he
I'm gonna-
leave anything behind, Billy? I'm gonna look and see if he, like,
Or
tore up paper, or dropped a button, or
Yeah,
something.
when he shoulder checked me, could I have plucked out some of his hair?
Yeah, something.
And then cast Blight.
It's
I need
completely...
to tell you, I love
You
her.
know me and my hair collection. It's not new.
You go to pluck it, there's no hair because he's just completely
Yeah, but he's
shaven
bald
and
as shit.
bald. Yeah, he is.
We
It's a
slide of
bald
hand
man.
all of his skin off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say,
I'll
if you
accept that.
if you guys want to roll an investigation check on the room, Eliana, while you are helping, and just for all of you guys, you do see this girl on the ground. She has bright blue eyes as her like eyes kind of blink and black like sclera in the back, so it's kind of blue on black. And she has a little different than most of the synth Valen that you've seen. She has very frizzy wired hair that kind of just like hangs down and goes back. And then it is tied in like a messy bun on the back. Like these wires are wrapped around with like what seems to be a rubber band. And she just has like a white pale outer shell all the way down to her feet. And
Is she injured?
I can check on her.
you guys do see like her arm is a little bruised up from... It looks like he threw her back into this room, like where she's at right now.
He's gonna die. I will kill him. I'm gonna double up.
I'll
Flame
kneel in front of her. I'm assuming she's sort of on the ground a little bit still. I'll kneel in front of her and I'll place both hands on her shoulders, and I'll kind of lean in real close. Are you harmed?
Nothing that a toolkit won't fix. If any of you are gonna cast any healing, that it doesn't work on Synth Valen, so save your magic. And she like holds
You
her
accept
arm.
mending
I was gonna say, we know how to help Seth Valen.
You can do, yeah. If you can mend, that would be. And she like holds her arm up as it's a little like less.
Oh, poor girl. Yeah, I'll start mending it, and I'll just cast it as many times as I need. It's a cantrip, so it takes 1 minute. Yeah.
It wraps up pretty easily, and she's like, thanks. I don't even. Are you all new here? I think I've seen some of you before, but yeah. Are you? Sorry, I'm getting my bearings.
We're not new here.
Okay.
We are very much residents and have been here 15 years.
Yeah.
Still enjoy
What?
the sats, though.
I still look like Eliana.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck no. That's my twin, I guess.
Are you two twins?
Yeah, my name is
Ariana Grande.
Eliana. Oh,
Biliana.
Biliana. Yeah, Biliana what was it? Della Luca?
Della Luna.
Della
Della
Sol.
Luna. Della
Ooh.
Luna.
I love it. I love our name.
You are going to give her a panic attack. You gotta lay
I'm
off.
terrible at pretending. I'm terrible.
I'm
Such a
sorry. I hate to ask when you are in pain. Were you here when Gear was taken?
Yeah. Gear won't be coming back. I'm pretty certain on that.
Well, there's no way that Gear did anything that would hurt anybody. It's a misunderstanding, right?
What was your investigation checks? Everybody that was investigating.
Ash, did you want to look with assistance, or did you want to roll separately, or were you looking at all, or?
I got really low attention span and I don't investigate well, so I can help
Okay,
you.
let me see. Sure.
I walk around and help Doll by using my
sure
pointer
I've seen
finger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the room, like,
Check
not
under that book.
crouched
What
or
about
hunched
over there?
Yes, that
standing by the
one.
doorway like this.
I'm good at suggestions, not so much investigation.
Alright. And then the assistance is it a D4? Sorry, my screen went all fuzzy.
I mean, if it's a help action,
you're
then it's
assistant.
advantage.
Oh! Okay. Okay, the first one's better. 15.
15. Doll, you're going through the room, and you don't see anything that has come off him. As you, like, start kind of getting to the back, the girl that's talking, like, clocks you, kind of, like, investigating the area, and she goes, no, and you look a little bit ahead of you, and you see, like, a big light coming from what seems to be, like, a bookcase that was moved when she was thrown. She goes, please, the office is, please, you guys can come back and I'll do the new the new arrival thing later.
Why would
Okay,
anyone
now
believe
I'm in.
we're not new?
Oh,
Well, now might not be new, but now I'm interested. I'm gonna move over to the bookcase.
No!
Okay.
And as you move the bookcase open, you see what seems to be like a big board in the back of like a kind of like a hollowed out room that was sealed off by this bookcase. And you see what seems to be like a lot of different pictures kind of connected by like different strands all over this board.
Ain't that just
It's a red string board.
entertaining?
Look at the center of it.
I'm gonna
Is
look.
this the
I'm just gonna look
treasonous
at her over my
activity
shoulder
they
and
were
just
talking
slowly
about?
close the
I am
bookcase.
here for this.
I
Well,
will
that's
close the
naughty.
bookcase while looking at her.
No, we won't tell a soul. Ugh, this is wonderful.
But we
I
do
should
need
have
a
brought my pot because
favor.
this is tea.
I do
Yeah.
want to clock an insight check, Eliana, because I know that she's probably the most likely to be a sturdy snitch. right now.
Snit.
Bitch! Yeah,
Honestly, I
maybe
don't
a
think
little.
Rotmire's put it together
No,
yet.
no.
I don't respect him enough yet, so I'm gonna insight check.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rotmire. I respect you. Dante does not. My insight is a humble 22.
Okay. You can tell that Eliana has reason to worry and seems like she's not all that surprised, maybe, that something could be going on. She does not seem like she's going to run and tell the person who just hit her that there's this board. She seems more interested in understanding why it's there than trying to be the person who doesn't get their hands dirty.
Okay. Well, I am the one standing in front of the bookshelf, and I will remain there. So,
whoever is looking at what's inside, I'm going to briefly cover what is on this board. You see, give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
The hinges need some oil.
Finally notes that are useful.
God damn. Finally, this city's going to be interesting.
On this board, you see a picture of an owlin, Orval, attached to what seems to be a picture of the Glacial Exchange, attached to what seems to be a picture of Brook Grandwave and Loch Grandwave, attached to what seems to be a picture of Joltarion, attached to what seems to... I'll note all this later. Attached to what seems to be a picture of Line Moth, attached all in the middle by what seems to be a drawing of the tree that you guys found earlier.
They're all fucking in bed together? Jesus.
There's
a big bet.
There's a couple other strings, but you don't recognize... You do recognize one of them. Aurea is attached to it as well.
Oh, interesting.
Why? Oh, well, of course, she's fucking involved.
And
Never mind.
you see an X through Line Moth. And you see some pictures on the ground, like, kind of scattered. You see, like, an X through gear. It's just a picture of gear on the ground. It's like an X through a lot of, like, old photos.
It's the pictures on the ground or the picture of gears on the ground?
The pictures of gear, and there's a picture of gear, and then there's pictures.
Is Gear
of,
doing
like,
the
other
Yamcha
people.
pose on the ground right now?
There's a picture of. I'm sorry. There's a picture of gear that is laying on the ground.
Okay. Thank you. I needed the clarification was imperative to my understanding.
This is definitely hers, and then she ruled out gear. Is that what?
She took gear
I
off the
think
board.
it's
Gear
Got it.
has been removed as a member.
Who is it in the middle again?
In the middle is the tree, the tree that
Oh.
you all seen earlier.
Did she see fit to put herself on the board?
No,
No. Interesting.
Am I in the pile on the ground or on the board?
you are not in the pile, and you're not on the board.
I love to hear it.
Oh, ain't you sparkly clean?
Like a whistle.
Brooke Grandwave now has a little mustache, and I giggle to myself and then leave the rest of it alone. Not really.
Is
love
this
it so
yours?
much.
Yeah.
Me?
You should get rid of it.
No. I can't.
Ooh, ain't you
They're
bright?
going to come back.
And what? Throw me against another bookcase? And
Throw you against maybe a bookcase that moves to show that you have uncovered whatever this is.
do you know? And she like walks over with almost like a confidence. She goes, "Do you know what this is? Do you know why people are being taken? Do you know why bad things are happening right now? It's
Tell us. We're so interested. I will help you. And anything that's going to ruin Brooke Grandwave's day, I'm in. And I sit crisscross applesauce on the ground in front of her, ready for a lecture.
This has already made the trip worth it.
she's in it too. It's." And she points to Joltarion. She goes, "This man is a monster, and he used to be."
This is fantastic news. This makes life so much easier.
Yes, it is.
Is there a group of you that all think this?
I'm gonna shake her hand.
She goes. Shakes her
You're
hand.
gonna be a politician one day, young girl.
She
I know we are very
Watching.
overwhelming, but we're on your team. So
Yeah.
go ahead and explain whatever you want to help us understand a bit more.
yeah, my team is, and she points at the pile of pictures that are crossed through. She goes, that is my team.
They're all dead.
Does she have that sort of odd, out of place aura that Commander Grayson was talking about, Lieutenant Commander Grayson?
You don't see it on her currently if there was one.
All right.
That's one hell of a way to say it.
That is suspicious.
That's a hell of a way to say it.
Don't see it.
I'm not even part of this conversation, and that's a hell of a way to say it.
No, but there is no aura on her. As like you guys are kind of like talking, she goes, from where we came from, he was called the hero leader, but he came here in his pursuit of trying to protect us. Well, Tarsen Vale, he's become different, and long story short, because I assume your big hulking friend is probably going to come back sooner or later, I can trust you all, right? It's kind of
At this point, you're just gonna have to.
Yeah, you just met us. Of course you can trust us.
well,
I'll remove Eliana's face and have my own face on as I say yes. You can trust us.
okay. Cool. I don't have anyone else to turn to at this point, so I guess this is a last-ditch effort on my
Oh,
side
this
as well.
is so exciting.
Oh, hells, it is.
This is like stakes are high. Adventure is running hot. I'm so excited. And I turn around to the rest, like to the two new people. Like, are you guys as keen on this as we are? Like, rare.
Eliana looks somber.
Oh.
Like somber.
I think
But she'll smile at you if you look excited.
I do look excited.
and Rotmire is looking at the three of you pretty quizzically. Clearly, there is more to these ghosts than meets the eye.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're so inquisitive and intellectual.
Yes. Rotmire, you can learn whatever you feel like if you want to stick around.
Just grunt. Don't say anything else. I'll let her continue.
Yeah, this poor girl.
She's just standing there, like, waiting to continue. She goes,
Yeah, you look terrified. Calm down. It's fine. We'll keep you safe.
okay. So she goes to the middle and she, like, rips the drawing of the tree, and she goes, a friend of mine died to get this tree to survive. And she hands you guys the photo, and she goes, if Joltarion was to get his hands on whatever came from this tree, I mean, whatever he's doing in his tower, it could, I don't know, I assume probably kill all of us, or turn us super protected, or he protects us so hard that we die. I don't know, I always think the worst, but this is coming off, I don't know, half of my friends going missing, and a regime here that has a big smile on its face, and in terror behind it. So
This thing that you think Joltarion is after, have you ever heard it be called the artifact?
I mean, it can be called an artifact. It's. I mean, in the history books that we know of, this tree is technically called many things. We know it. I know it as the Tree of Life. In some regards, it's called Yggdrasil. In some regards, it's called. I mean, there's so many different names for it. Nobody even knows the legend behind it, even if it's real or if it's not real. But
It's real.
Okay.
Anyways, go on.
Well, again, my friend died believing that, so I'm hoping that's true. Anyway, yeah, if you... It's thought in the history books that we know that if you remove the heart of the tree, that any desire you have could be, well, yours.
What makes you think he doesn't already have it?
my friend took it there last. My friend Line Moth.
What a name.
Is this clicking for me? Does this sound like the conversation I heard Joltarion and Voltark arguing about with the woman?
You do remember that conversation, and it kind of plays back in your head exactly how it was typed, but you do kind of rethink about those moments, and yeah, that's the same name.
Well, Line Moth isn't dead, if that makes you feel any better. He's just in a different dimension. With the love of his life from this dimension. He's not dead.
That's exactly the kind of face that you should be wearing. That's perfect. Keep it like that.
Foxmoth? He's with Foxmoth?
Yeah.
No! What do you mean? You sent him...
No.
There's a lot of different things.
It's a lot. Don't worry about it. She's in a good place now.
We just witnessed it. We didn't have a choice, really.
It's
Wait,
true.
so Foxmoth is with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. A reformed Foxmoth. Not the one you might be thinking of.
The two of you are going to crack these three in half.
It's exciting. It's so much fun.
I said that to
I am
comfort.
watching. Generally, it's fine to see people with smoke coming out of their skulls, but I don't think these three need to be doing that right now. It seems
anyway,
like you
I say
might
that
know
to don't worry about
these
it.
individuals.
That part is okay.
Well, I don't know them personally, but
it's weird because we do. We know a lot of the people on this wall personally.
Personally.
We're
surprised we're not on this wall.
Yeah, I'm so surprised I'm not on that wall.
Kind of rude.
I'm just gonna pull a headshot. No,
Yes, thank you. I probably have an old poster.
Now, what's the like the book sleeve? I just ripped my photo out of the back of the book sleeve and pin that.
If you all can identify everything on this wall, can you translate it so that we can get rid of it?
Identify is an interesting thing. Recognize most of it. Trying to piece together which connections are which, and how most of these people, basically, a lot of the people that are on our shit list are on that wall. Ironically, a lot of people, a couple people in the pile were people that we knew, ran into, thought died, didn't die, transformed into different shit and otherwise. But the point remains, people tacked onto the wall. At best case situation, we had a difficult relationship with them.
Yeah,
I understand.
Making these connections very interesting.
I don't think Voltark wants to use the artifact.
No, Joltarion probably does.
Yes.
Yeah, and to be fair, Fox probably should have dealt with Joltarion when she was trying to deal with him. She got soft, as it were.
We didn't really let her, did we?
Can I roll an insight check to read your soul right now?
Absolutely.
Dante.
Go for it. My soul is open.
Okay, 16 plus...
I don't know if I'm supposed to roll or you're just gonna fucking...
11 is 27.
I don't know. I've never had my soul read before.
So, basically, it's not like I get to know your thoughts or your details. It's just like a really intense insight check where I can kind of tell, like, your morality.
Am I supposed to roll anything against it, or does the number just give you something?
You just give me something, what you think I would get off of looking at you with a 27 insight.
Okay. In this moment, you're trying to read a sort of intention from me?
Kind of like like who you are at your core. It's not necessarily what you think about, right? But it's like, are you good is what she's looking for. Are you somebody who's doing this for selfish reasons? Like, if this girl does what you say, is she going to be put in danger?
So this is a weird thing, and I wonder if this would channel through, because technically he ain't doing it for himself, but he's specifically just doing it for one person.
Okay.
And so it is incredibly just it's funneled towards a different entity. His own whims are secondary, but
so it doesn't feel like selfishness.
No.
Your soul doesn't feel selfish.
It is this, his soul would read as a soul who's dedicated to someone else.
Okay.
And so every statement he's making, every thought that has been thrown out, seemingly carelessly into this, is being made in consideration of something else.
Okay.
There's my soul.
Thank you for bearing it for me. You watch as Eliana kind of like glances you over, and she looks a little confused at first. And then she smiles and turns and says, "Whatever these connections are, I will help you all because you seem very passionate about it. But once again, I'm going to emphasize that if this girl is going to be protected, this has to be gone before he comes back. No matter how big and strong you may be."
Ma'am, if you're asking me to break shit, that's a thing I do quite well.
Can we burn it inside your stomach? Kiln?
It is not a real fire in the sense that it would do anything anyone would want from a fire.
Look, if you need someone with an actual burning fire in them, I got your hand.
I have 2 questions, if I may.
I'd prefer it not to be burnt. If I could keep it somewhere no one could get to, would you prefer that?
To that point, do the people in these photos seek to bring harm to the people of this plane or others?
Probably.
Second question, are they still alive?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
I'll take those photos.
So
I'll hand them to Ash, if you wish to keep them documented.
Yeah, I'm just glad to get Ash's face off of that pegboard. You did not belong up there with Brooke,
No,
Ash. You're way better. Yeah. You need a better board than that.
Before anything gets destroyed, I'm gonna take our friend here on a walk away from the burning of evidence so they can lie well. And I'll hook my arm under the girl's arm and walk her out of the building.
See you in a couple minutes.
Yeah. I just sit and prestidigitate everything to be exactly how it was before the board existed, and then I take the photos. Was that?
I could probably have my Celestial just eat whatever we don't want to.
I mean, yeah, I mean, everything that I burn's gonna turn into an inferno, so maybe we shouldn't use the fire burning inside me for that.
I was thinking that. I think I'm just gonna, I pick up all the pieces, all the board, all the pins, all the string, and I hold it in my hand and I just turn into red mist. And then moments later, I appear back. And I don't have the stuff with me. And I say, safe. Smiling.
Excellent.
And, when Ash's newly acquired friend comes back, she won't even be able to smell the smoke. We'll just tell her that everything burned into a nice crisp nothing. He's very worried about this. Worried enough to take that poor girl on a walk. And I don't think it's like a normal walk where that girl comes back. I think it's a legitimate walk to quell her feelings. I think she's gonna come back with that girl, and maybe she'll feel a little bit better about herself. What an upstanding person.
I've never taken someone for a walk where they get to come back from it. It's so exciting.
So many flags being raised here.
Yes, I mean, yeah. I'm glad you didn't read my soul. Ash says in her head.
Yeah, no, she
Just
thinks you're a
sauntering
little
off.
strange, but she's like, Dante.
Dante's very upfront.
Yes. If anything, yeah, there is like a shield over Ash's true intentions and wants and needs that is like very heavily guarded. Hidden behind Haley's humor that Ash probably doesn't have as much of as Haley does.
Luckily for your group has a beautiful soul, so she automatically trusts that you guys can't be too far astray.
That is great news.
I know she ain't sure as shit ain't talking about mine. Doll Europe.
Yes. I already know Doll has a beautiful soul, and I broke part of it.
No, you're fine.
It's like, we're all shit.
I need this fucking artifact so I can fix everything.
It'll get fixed.
It will.
Well, as the
I would like to. Is there a desk where all of these this woman's papers, where she was assigning people's jobs and all of those types of things that I can go through?
There is a desk, yeah. Right on the opposite side of the bookshelf.
I go through all the bits and pieces of paper.
Yeah, digging through, I mean, you just see, like, scrawled out notes. You don't see anything specifically pertaining to what's behind that bookshelf, only because whatever, like, documents she had, she kept in there in case somebody were to come in.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm looking for jobs on the other side of the wall. Anyone looking for, like, work? Anyone asking for workers?
Oh, just next over there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys notice, I would say...
I'm trying to, like, find the skill set of someone looking, so then when the person gets back, I can say that that's my skill set.
I would say you notice, like, there's grave diggers, there's...
Do that pretty well.
There's looking for hunters and poachers for the Huntsman Club. There
I love poaching.
There is...
I exclusively poach.
Yes.
There is there's a new one that I would say is posted for, like, recruitment, and it basically just says on it, like, help defend, period, and then it just says meet at clinic, and nothing. It's pretty vague.
Damn, this sounds like bodies for the meat grind if I ever heard of one.
And
The poachers one stands out to me.
Yeah.
What
They
is on that?
before we go any further, thank you all for watching tonight, as all of the jobs have been discussed. Please check out all of our other content as we pick up next time. I'd love to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but the only other thing that I really want to just touch on, you all were fantastic tonight. It was very, very well done. It was very exciting. Y'all have very great characters I can't wait to see be fleshed out in the next little bit of time. You can expect that Total Party Chaos will commit to a consistent schedule moving forward, so check us back out every Monday, except the one where we do the other Total Party Chaos project that's coming to you soon, so kick ass. Besides that, we just want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you for tuning in tonight, and thank you all for being awesome players in this great time that I had writing all this shit this week. It's a good time. Thank you guys. Now, let's find a raider that we can raid real quick. We'll find somebody that we can raid if there's someone going on. And then I'll say the thing that we always say that I never say.
That you've never said?
It's a new Total Party Chaos, so
this
we're here.
is a new Total Party Chaos. What
We're here.
the heck?
Who we got? Let me see. Alrighty, let me find somebody. I'm so sorry, people.
That's alright. I'm sending you someone now.
My hero. Got it. Come join us as we join Blue Cottage D&D. Let's go! In 10 seconds. But I'm gonna say the fucking thing.
go.
I'm gonna say the fucking thing.
Do it. Do it before it runs out.
Are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Always.
I said it. Bye.
You remembered.
Night.